thought I'd do one final video, at least for now anyways, of the roof we've been working on here. I'm not going to go out there, we're going to just look through the window, but I ended up putting the on the roof gutter back on, and I caulked the seam, so that should direct all the water away from the door area and the steps. So I feel comfortable that we're good now, and this roof should last. Just to give you a quick overview, about 15 years ago when we purchased the property, there was 1.25 to 1.5 inches of asphalt shingles on here. And this area was closed in, so you could not access the roof this way. You either had to be crazy and walk across this little ledge that was over here, or I'm really not sure how they accessed it. Because what they did was, originally this was a window here, probably a dormer here, and they built this out. But for me to work on the roof, this was kind of a cob job. It was really bad. The roofing was bad right here. So I decided to rip it apart. It would give me access to the roof, and then I would have to rebuild it. But then once I was out there, I realized this is a good permanent access, and why not make it that? So I have it so a few screws can pull out and I can get out there. And I have my harness connector here. Still have my harness up here. It's in a pail and rope and everything. So after removing all that, and every layer was wet, like the wet, it's like it attracted the water in between all the layers. And then about 2/3 of the roof boards were gone. I re-pitched it so I could go out further, so it's got the regular pitch, and then I flattened it some so I could get a bigger overhang. And then after all, re-nailing all the roof boards, restructuring it underneath, all the rafters, then we put plywood on and Gaco, and that was good for 12 years or so. At the same time, the tree was here, and this really never got any light, except for in maybe the winter when all the leaves were gone. So once the tree was gone, for some reason, maybe when one limb did hit here, but it didn't hit very hard. We purposely let it down onto this roof, but it did hit a little bit. But then I think all that sun just baking that roof caused a couple seams to break, and then we had water. Fortunately, nothing really got damaged down below because we didn't have much in there. But we can't have that, and I can't be checking the seams all the time. So I did Gaco them. I did re-tape them with the Gaco liquid tape. So it was okay. And then I decided to do the aluminum, and that's where we're at. So in a way, it's a double roof, 12-inch overlap. You can watch some videos on it. In between, it's even more. It's like 14 inches. Plus the lower part, we ran a seam of caulking, a seam sealer along the upper edge. So it should hold. Now we have more work to do out there, but not on the roof. It's, this area here, I have more to do here, the molding on the outside and painting underneath and everything. So more work, but we got other things we need to do now. So we're going to call that a wrap. And let's see, I might as well carry some stuff down. I don't need it all up here. Okay. Looks like we do have a spot for probably where the flies are getting in. Might have to do something about that later. Okay. Let's get the curtain back on and call that a project complete.